Garage Chat, Chapter 2. I don't have a snare drum to practice at home, but I do have a drum pad I practice as often as I can, especially when I have time, like today. I love Saturdays. It's the only day of the week that our family has nothing officially planned, and we can just have fun together. I really hope that Miss Cruz chooses me for the drum solo. I imagine myself on stage with a spotlight shining on my hair. It's extra shiny because I've sprayed it with glitter sparkles. Sarai, Lucia says, you're daydreaming again. Josie and I want to have a meeting of the Super Awesome Sister Cousins Fun Club. Are you in? Let's invite the Jays, Josie signs. The Jays are our cousins Juju, who is my age, and the twins Javier and Jade, who are younger. Ever since they moved in a couple blocks away, we've gotten to see them more often, and we already saw them a lot. That's a great idea, Josie, I signed back to her. Mom, can we go see the Jays? I'll call your tia Sophia and ask if the kids can come over, Mom says. The Jays live in a big house with my tata, my mama Rosie, and my tio Miguel. That sounds awesome, I say, and pretty soon I hear Mom talking on the phone to her sister, my tia Sophia. Then I hear her talking to her mom, my mama Rosie. Change of plans, she says when she hangs up. We're all invited over to the Jay's house this afternoon, and Tia Sophia made me promise that we'd stay for dinner. She and Mama Rosie are making ceviche. Yum, Josie signs. I love ceviche. I love it too. It's white fish in lime juice. It has red onions and cilantro, and we usually eat with sweet potatoes and corn. Family fiesta, Lucia says. Let's party. We walk the short distance to the Jay's house, passing the Martinez Sons Market on the corner. Let's stop so I can pick up some avocados, Mom says. Mr. Martinez is sweeping the sidewalk in front of the store. Buenos tardes, he says. Good afternoon, Senor Martinez. I answer back. We talk for a little bit. Mom picks up a few things, and then we are on our way. Down the block, we walk past Senora Sanchez, who is tending her flowers. Your flowers are the prettiest in the neighborhood, Senora Sanchez, I say. Well, let me cut you some, sweetie, she says. You must be on your way to your grandmother's house. You can bring her some flowers. I thank her with a hug and promise to bring by some cupcakes the next time I make them because everybody knows that Senora Sanchez has a sweet tooth. When we finally get to my grandparents' house, I ring the doorbell even though I know I can just walk if I want to. Mama Rosie answers the door at her house, and I say, surprise, and hand her a beautiful bouquet of flowers. These are from Senora Sanchez. She is the loveliest woman, Mama Rosie says, taking the flowers and putting them in a vase. They smell wonderful. I'm going to invite Senora Sanchez over for lunch next week. Javier and Jade run down the stairs, jumping the last two, and Juju comes out of her room and gives me a hug. Juju is one of my best friends. Happy Saturday, she says. I'm so glad you are here. Lucia is one of the co-presidents of the Super Awesome Sister Cousin Fun Club, decides to call the meeting to order. Let's start the meeting, she says. The Jays have a big picnic table that can fit all of us at once. When we are all sitting, Tata brings out a pitcher of chicho morada and some cups. Yum, I say. I love the Peruvian drink made with purple corn, sugar, spices, and pineapple. Any new business, Juju asks. Yes, I say, raising my hand. Josie points to me. She's the co-president of the Super Awesome Sister Cousin Fun Club, too. Actually, every member is a co-president because that's the only way we could agree to have the club in the first place. I look at my sisters and cousins. I need a super awesome brainstorming session. Okay, Juju says, what about? Well, my baking career is really taking off with Sarai Sweets. But if I'm going to be a singer, dancer, talk show host, and an entertainer like Sparkle Sanchez, I need to get going. So I've decided on a new project called Sarai's Garage Chat. But garages don't talk, Javier says. Of course not, I say, but I do. And the only space I have for my TV studio is the garage. Dad said he'd move the car on filming days. I'm going to put my desk and a few chairs there and interview people. Tata is going to tape the episodes on his phone. So what do you need our help for? Lucia asks. This club is about all of us, not just you. I want to interview each of you, I say. I thought I could start with Javier and Jade and ask what it's like to be twins. But I don't know what it's like not to be a twin, so how can I know what is different about being a twin, Jade says. Why don't you interview me, Lucia says. On what subject, I ask. We can talk about how fabulous I am, Lucia says, laughing. I say. The playful primas can't perform, Juju says. But how can I interview myself, I say? Maybe you can dance a solo, Juju. But one prima alone isn't exactly playful, she says. Let's think about it. Any more discussion, Josie signs? I think you need to do a little more research if you're going to film a talk show, Juju advises. You need a theme for each show. You mean like a main idea? I say, thinking of my reading lessons at school. Yes, Juju says. Next order of business, Juju signs and says, what do you want to do today? Let's convince our parents to let us have a sleepover. Lucia says, and we all agree.